I wrote a little book called Gnomes and the Dragon, and I'm going to read out of that. A gnome is a creature of fairyland and a short, pithy saying, and like an aphorism, an epigram, and an adage. I would like to write nothing but gnomes, but I realize the importance of prose. It is like the lawn between our flower beds. I am a young earth creationist, not because I am sure the earth is 6,000 years old, but because I am sure that prophecy is 6,000 years old. The only future that God cares about is the prophetic future, and the only past he cares about is the prophetic past. Revolution is a dragon. His claws are religious revolution. His fangs are political revolution. The fire of his nostrils is industrial revolution. His gleaming eyes are scientific revolution. They tried to appease the dragon by giving him fair maidens to devour, tradition, art, community, the land. They even gave him not so fair maidens like politics. Truth is like a river, and prophecy is the current that drives it until it reaches the sea of fulfillment. But revolution has dammed up the river of truth to create a great lake. This lake is the secular, technological, scientific, and political reality in which we live. There is no current in a lake. One day the dam will burst and the river of truth will again flow through the land. Until then, we need to be looking for higher ground. Reality is now so far from truth we must imagine it. For this, we need fairy tales. When what should be and what could be got so far from what is that it took the imagination to locate them, fairyland was born. Fairyland did not exist before anything was lost or stolen. It will cease to exist when everything is found and returned. In fairyland, there is no high technology. There are simple machines. There are no credit cards. There is gold and silver and jewels. There is no politics. There are kings and queens. There are no revolutions, industrial or otherwise. The things that are missing from fairyland are not missing just because they didn't exist when fairy tales were written. There are laws against them being there. No one will go to jail for breaking the laws of fairyland, but if these laws are broken for too long, the whole world will be a jail. Fairyland was once filled with extraordinary magic. Today it is filling up with ordinary magic, our own. The great prairies, the old growth forests, contracts sealed with a handshake, jewels in our watches, and even bumblebees have disappeared from our reality like silver from a quarter. It is terrible that so many good things have gone to fairyland. It is even worse that so many of the things that remain could not get in. Fairyland, music, and nature are like three streams that flow into the countryside before the river of truth reaches the dam. One stream is imaginary, one is real, and one is invisible. One flows through time. Time flows through one, and in one time doesn't exist. One appeals to one sense, another to all the senses, and one to no senses at all. The fiery breath of the dragon can dry up these streams, but the river of truth is too mighty for the dragon to dry up. It refills the streams that the dragon has reduced to dust. We can find the Bible in fairyland in the stories of Beowulf and King Arthur, for example. But we will not find fairyland in the Bible because there, truth and reality are so close together. For St. Paul, the distance between truth and reality was no greater than the thickness of his parchments. For us, the distance is so great that we can fit our whole civilization there. People think truth and reality are the same thing. They are not. The devil is very real, but there is no truth in him. Fairyland is not real, but there's a lot of truth there. I'll stop there for now. Thank you.